Okay. This should be working in a bit. Okay, I think I'm going.
Hey.
But I am super delayed. Hello. Okay, let's continue this drawing here. Hello. Why are you telling me that I'm live emails? Of course I know I'm live. Hey, Misty! And no, you didn't miss it this time, Charcoal. Well done. I hope so too. Robin's actually not feeling well. He's laying on the couch. Whoops, that's green right now. So I don't have games interfering with the uh, uh, yes, the stream. And hello, Centaur. Hello, Aqua and Aqua. Oh no, we got two Aquas. Uh-oh, what do we do? Hello, Jade. Alright, let me give everyone. We got Dragon, Aqua, Misty, Charcoal, Aqua, and Centaur, and Jade. Cool. Whoops, I did something there. I don't know what I was doing. Let's round that nose a bit. Oh, and hello, Marco. Or Michaelo Marco. Hello. Misty, hopes you get better soon. I do too. Yeah, I'm tired too. I didn't sleep well last night. It was a rough night, indeed. His pupils can actually be a little smaller now. He's not as young as he was when I used to draw him. I think Michaelo Marco is a familiar name. Am I correct, Michaelo Marco? Sound. Thanks, Robin. Mother. My dumb sense of humor doesn't change even though I feel bad. What? I said my dumb sense of humor doesn't change even though I feel bad. Hey. Well, don't you need a sense of humor to... Better? Yeah. Mother, I'm home. I do not have TikTok. I am not about the TikTok life. I don't even have Snapchat. I used to listen to Kesha, but not anymore. I don't know if you guys can hear Robin in the background. He's just saying stuff. Ah, I knew it. I knew that name was familiar. And yeah. Yes, it is Dad. You are now Dad, Robin. Yeah, I've been Dad for a while. I'm taking over your life. I can imagine that. Good old Animal Crossing. Kind of wish I had it, but I don't have a Switch. Ah. No, good old Navi. Ruble also likes to have blankets on him. He loves the blankets. Can you tell? Wolf Ninja says hi, Robin. Okay. He just says, hey, K. And yes, Father loves you. Respond. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad he is understandable, just far away. I am glad to hear that.
I'm not.
Why is that, Robin?
Because nobody understands.
Going back to your emo phase?
It's not a phase, Mom.
Robin is going back to emo music.
I'm not going back. I never left.
He has become that emo guy again. Is that more accurate?
Sure. I've let out my inner emo.
Yeah. What's that channel again that you found?
Matt Cutall?
Matt.
Matt Cutshall.
Matt Kachel?
Cutshall.
Kachel?
Yeah.
Anyways, basically just type in YouTube, feeling emo again.
Felt emo again, Mike delete.
Felt emo again, Mike delete, and then you will understand what Robin is feeling. And by the way, Aqua says we love you. He is neutral. Is that the right word?
Sure. Also, did someone call me daddy?
Not dad, just father.
Poppy?
Will you accept Poppy?
No.
No? Aqua says, Robin, don't remind me of myself at 14.
You know what? I don't have to. This guy will do it for you.
Have we ever left that late 2000s emo phase?
Never.
Never.
The prime era of humanity.
Of humanity?
No, just of music in general.
Ever since people stopped listening to emo mainstream, now we've been having all these problems, right?
Yeah, look at it. Look at it now.
Yeah, it's all because we stopped listening to emo.
2006, we had it great. Nobody was complaining about all this garbage.
Right? Clearly we have solved the problem, guys. We need to listen to emo music and then everything will go back to normal.
Panic at the Disco needs to go back to making emo music and everything will be right again.
Yup, exactly. Someone just said Pappy is daddy in Spanish.
I'm aware.
Oh, you do know, okay. What if we called you a poppy flower?
No.
He says no. Wake me up. Wake me up inside. That like defined my time at 15 years old.
Linkin Park?
No, Evanescing. No, Evanescing. Evanescence. Shush.
Featuring?
What?
Featuring who?
I don't remember.
Linkin Park.
Oh, it was Linkin Park. He doesn't take you hunting because we do not have a gun. That is why. But we could go fishing. We like to fish. Oh, yes. Sorry, Centaur. I have drawn horses before. I have experimented with the My Little Pony style, but I used to draw horses a little bit back in the day. I have started something that makes Robin cringe. Uh-oh. that sentence, you know? Oh, Aqua says I'm 28. Robin is not the father. Or not my father. That is correct, Aqua.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I am also 28, but...
Oh, that's true. He is 28. Except, I think Aqua's been 28 longer than you have.
Her birthday was last year.
In October? I don't remember. I know it was like around that time.
We
Okay. Someone says, Pooty Woofle says, dude, Linkin Park is still my jam.
I mean, sure. If you're a fan of Mike Shinoda.
Okay, Wolf Ninja, you're now starting to get into the phase where I'm not sure if you're just being sarcastic or not. So.
Do I need to show up at stream and start banning people?
No. They're not doing that. As someone said, or Wolf Ninja's like, I'm 20 and sadly don't know my dad. Robin, please be my dad, please. I'm like, I don't know if you're actually just joking or not. Like, this is get to the point where I'm not sure what's humor and what's not. I kind of work with special needs kids. I don't like work specifically with them. It just so happens that I bus drive for them. So I do work with them. I'm just not like a specialized employee, if that makes sense. What I mean is basically they put me on whatever route I'm most suited with, and I've had experience with special needs kids. Therefore, I'm more likely to get special needs routes. Let's go with that. I just made the answer super complicated. I am sorry. I am tired. Like I said, I didn't sleep well last night, so my brain is all over the place. And Robin's stomach is all over the place. What is the child doing? What? Is he actually asleep? Nope, never mind. It was too good to be true. He's just flailing his blankets around.
As one does.
Mm-hmm. So I too like to flail my blankets around. Oh, that's right. Your birthday's in September. I was close.
Wake me up when September ends.
Oh, I was thinking, I knew that, well, I shouldn't say I knew that, Wolf Ninja. And just when you said that, it was like, I think you are telling the truth. So I'm sorry to hear that you don't actually know who your dad is. And I apologize, and I hope you found someone who can at least fill in that father role model. What?
Who isn't me?
Yeah. No worries, it's all good. They cleared it up. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, no, Robin likes to. Well, Robin's not feeling the greatest, so I was gonna say Robin likes to join in sometimes, but no, he's just reacting with what he has available. He can pop on though, and he is a monitor, so, but I don't know if. What?
Moderator?
Moderator, that's it. I don't know if you heard him. We will wake you up. Very nice. Oh, yes. Oh, I am sorry to hear about that too, Charcoal. And Centaur. Sorry to hear about that. That is a good way of saying it, Aqua. Robin, you're a hall monitor.
I can ban you.
Well, isn't she right?
I'm a stream monitor.
Okay, stream monitor. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I had to Oh, I zoned out there. Oh. Hall pass. Yeah, Robin, you have to initiate the hall pass for people to speak. Oh, there he is, guys. Don't tempt him. I swear, don't tempt him. He has banned, well, yeah, he's banned people before, so don't tempt him. I'm serious when I say this. I got in trouble once too. Only once, and it was not. Oh, it was a weird. Actually, no, I got in trouble twice. Hmm. Oh, that's right. That's right, Rob. Okay, who wants to hear about the 2 times I got in trouble? Because I was a pretty good kid, so me getting in trouble was a spectacle, let's just say. Good, Aqua. Can we poke him? No. Believe me, don't poke him. He's like a wild animal in a cage. Don't poke him. Well, we got one person wanting to know. You could learn gotcha.
I think it's
Gotcha. Rob, don't do it, Penniless. Okay, so the first time I got into trouble, where I actually got sent to the principal's office. Sorry, I blanked there. So the first time, oops, I gotta fix something. So there was this guy who was giving us some grief. He was just, I don't know what was with him that day. He was just being mean to everyone. He was making like really mean comments against everyone, and this was during lunch. And I must explain that I came from a very, very small school. Obviously, no cafeteria, no hot lunch, like nothing like that. We all ate in our classrooms. Oh, excuse me. And Robin, the munchkin, might be going to sleep.
Cool.
He's snuggled in his blankets.
Cool.
And so we were sitting in our classroom for lunch, and our teacher had stepped out. When we're older like this, if we're a relatively good class, sometimes the teachers would, leave us alone for a little bit, which is like, it's not like a thing against the teacher, by the way. It's just, I'm just laying out the situation. So he's making his jabs at everyone, and he makes a mean comment towards me. And now you must know that I was a very awkward kid and had a hard time getting along, as in like, I was a perfect target. Let's go with that. Perfect target because I didn't know how to fight back. So he made these jabs at me, and I don't remember what he said. But it was enough to make me snap because, he was doing it to everyone. And so, teacher's gone, and we had all moved our chairs to kind of like in a group setting. And so I just get up and I walk over to him and I just kick his chair. So I don't actually kick him. I kick the chair hard enough the chair like tips and he falls, and his noodles, like he they were like dry ramen noodles, Ichiban noodles, however you want to call it, went flying. And everyone's just like, oh my goodness, she actually did something. And I just sit back down. I said nothing. I just sit back down. Like, not even 30 seconds later, teacher comes back in. I'm just like, here we go. Getting into trouble. But that kid, like, so she sees him picking up his ramen. And so she's like, so she says, what happened? And he says, I fell down. And then you can say this is pathetic on my end, but that actually made me feel very guilty. I told the teacher on myself. And in that time I was waiting, like I heard the classmates talking. I don't think they knew I was in the classroom. All I remember hearing was one of my classmates saying to the guy, like, well, I don't blame her. You were being such a jerk or something like that. The teacher calls him in and is like, did this happen? And he's like, yeah, I did. We both get sent to the principal's office, and we both ended up crying because we're both victims of bullying. So I think he was just, I think that was part of his issue was, you know, his bullies weren't there and he was just trying to pick a target, I suppose. I don't know. I told you, Rob, this was the guy you had the argument about Halloween with. That was the dude I kicked.
Well, I mean, to be fair, a lot of bullies in school are bullied themselves either at home or by other siblings or other individuals in school.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we don't know what was going on, and I think this was actually shortly before he came out of the closet too. So there was that going on. His bullying actually reduced after he came out of the closet. Yeah, but I think that was the case. He hadn't announced he was gay yet. Yeah.
I never got in trouble.
I'm glad you didn't get in trouble.
Other people who got into fights with me got in trouble. I never got in trouble.
Nice.
It's great.
They learn not to mess with you.
It actually, yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, lucky you.
Duh, yeah, lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, people figured it out eventually, but I just didn't get in trouble.
The plastic chairs, I think they were because they had like the plastic, like the legs were metal, but the actual chair is plastic because you could like lean back and you can crack your back perfectly. Yep, those chairs.
Those chairs are the greatest.
Yeah, actually, he probably was bullied a little bit for being gay, but his bullying significantly reduced after coming out.
Honestly, as somebody who has lived in Canada and gone through high school with knowing like specific people were gay, when you admit you're gay, you don't get bullied nearly as much. Because here in Canada, it's a little bit different because homosexuality has been...
It's more accepted.
Has been more widely accepted for a longer time than it has been in the States. Like, I think gay marriage was legalized...
Early 2000s, I want to say.
Early 2000s. Has to
yeah.
be. So, like, for most of the high school years, like... I mean, I know for sure 2 guys I went to high school with were gay.
Probably still are, I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, one, it's weird because one guy committed suicide just this past year. So it's like, well, yeah, he was gay, but, like, he committed suicide, so I don't know what to do. Like, he was gay, is gay,
Yeah.
But the other guy, he's gay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah. I think until, like, someone admits they are, because people have a sneaking suspicion you're gay, then they're
That's fairly obvious. Like, a lot of people know before the person will admit it themselves.
Yeah. Because I do remember there was one time he said he had a girlfriend, and then not too long later he came out as gay. So, yeah, I think he was figuring himself out. Yeah, but yeah, and it was during that time that happened, and funny enough, I think the other time I got in trouble was the same year. Because this was like, grade 10. And another guy was just making very terrible jabs at me as well. And this would be taken way harsher in the United States. I'll definitely say this. But that day he was really tough on me. Like, he was being really hard on me. So in class, I had to go back to the classroom to get something. It was like during a science class. And then as I was coming back to my seat, like, I was angry at him. And so behind him, as I was walking past him, I made a gun with my hands and pretended to shoot him in the head. He didn't see it, but my teacher immediately did, and she said, "Get out." And so I did, and yeah, and people probably were just like, "What just happened?" And then so a little while later, then teacher comes out, she's like, "Okay, what's that all about? That's not you." And so I told her what he had been doing. And thankfully I did not like go to the principal's office. She was just like, "Okay, because I know you. I know this isn't you. Like, I'm going to let you off with a warning, but don't ever do it again." Because I think shortly after, there was already another shooting threat. The guy didn't mean anything of it. He was mad at the teacher. Same teacher, actually. He was mad at the teacher, and he was given, like, a detention slip. And one of the things was like, "What are you going to do to resolve it?" And he wrote in, "Shoot the teacher," as a jab. He wasn't serious. But he said that. He got into a lot of trouble because of that. And so when she saw me make the action, she's just like, "Nope, out." So
Teenagers are dumb.
they are dumb, yeah. I'm sorry to all the teenagers out there. We're adults.
I'm not sorry.
Okay, Rob.
Teenagers are dumb. It's okay. I mean, everyone was dumb as a teenager. It's not like we expect you to not be dumb, but
you can be mature, but we all have dumb moments, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in 2 fights.
2?
Yep, 2 fights.
I didn't know that.
They never ended, and they never really meant much, but both kids got in trouble afterwards. Not me. I never got in trouble from them.
I don't know if I should laugh at that or not.
No.
Or
I mean, I obviously wasn't the one starting them, and teachers knew enough about me that I don't start fights.
Yeah. You were cool with everyone.
Yeah, pretty much. The one kid was a bully back in, like, middle school, like grade 5.
Yeah.
We were playing a game in gym, and it was like dodgeball, or like capture the flag type deal, dodgeball. And he was like, "Oh, you got tagged," and I was like, "No, I didn't." He was like, "Yeah, you did." I was like, "Okay, whatever, I got tagged. I'll walk to the captured area." And so as I'm walking there, he gives me a shove, and I turn around and just like.
Hey, he initiated it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I just give him a solid like cross check, essentially, 2 hands on the back, and then keep walking because I was like, you don't just do that, especially not after I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll go with it. And then he jumped on my back and tried to punch me, and it never happened. I just ended up grabbing his hands, and he kept trying to hit me. But when you don't have hands to punch with, it kind of doesn't work that well. So I just kind of laid on my back, grabbing his hands, not letting him punch me. And then the teacher came, and he got in lots of trouble, and I didn't. And then the second one was at a basketball practice, where the guy was trying to make fun of me, but he wasn't paying attention to the passing drill, and I just passed the ball to him, and he wasn't looking, and it nailed him straight in the stomach. And then he came over to me and tried to throw a punch, but I grabbed his hand, because I knew he was trying to throw a punch. And then he tried to throw a punch with his other hand, I grabbed his other hand, because I knew he was going to try and punch again. And then I just held his hands, and I, like, got him in a, like a mercy fight kind of deal. And I looked at him, like, what are you going to do? And the teacher came over, and he got kicked out. He got suspended from school. So, yeah.
And you are correct, Charcoal. Yes, Robin is the guy who's chill most of the time.
Except I'm really warm most of the time
also, to reply to Wolf Ninja, I have never seen an active shooter personally. Like, never in school, never, like, even in the city, like...
I really want to make a dad joke about that and say most shooters are lazy, but
what?
They're not active.
Oh my. I walked into that one.
And to Wolf Ninja, I have seen an active shooter.
You have?
Yeah. It made it to national Canadian news. The guy in
Wait.
my hometown took a shotgun and started shooting out
You saw
car
him?
windows. Yeah. He was a stoner idiot.
Oh, I didn't realize you actually saw him, like, in the act? Like,
well, I saw the standoff.
oh.
Like, I was at the movie theater and there was a standoff.
Robin, no. Unfortunately, it's delayed, so I don't know what Wolf Ninja was referencing
The
the
dad
no.
joke.
Oh.
Referencing the dad joke. But, yeah, Aqua, I do what I want. And, yeah. No, he was actually talked down by his parents.
Huh. Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me that.
I was at the movie theater, and then there was a police standoff, and his parents walked up to him and were like, "You're an idiot," grabbed the gun, and took him to the police. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
How old were you when that happened? Were you
like 16, 17?
Oh, okay. People like it when you join on the stream.
Apparently.
You need to do it more often.
Do you want to feel my wrath get crazy with the cheese whiz? Because I can time you out right now.
Don't do it! No, no! No, no!
Oh,
no,
too
no,
late.
no!
It's
No, 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 no! No!
Feel my wrath.
I am so sorry, Cheese Whiz. For 300 seconds? Oh, that's not that much.
Don't tempt me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cheese Whiz.
I'm not sorry. Never sorry.
This is why you don't tempt him with timing out in bands, because he will do it.
They might not have been here when I said I have an itchy band finger, but I do.
They might not know what Ichiban is, though. That's more of a Canadian thing.
Yeah, that's instant ramen.
It's our version of ramen, essentially.
Instant ramen.
Instant ramen. We just call it Ichiban. So he made another dad joke.
Should have been a thing, not should have been a thing.
Sorry.
Like apostrophe VE is not the same as OF.
Robin, we thought you loved us. Did you just? Okay, I thought you like. I thought.
Man, this is great. Should have. There, nailed it.
I thought you banned Aqua there because it said message retracted. I was like, no. Oh, it was made legal in 2009. Okay,
In the States.
But is it state controlled? Like the
no,
federal?
I think it's federally regulated.
Okay.
My cat character looks like a basketball. That's fair. I didn't design it.
Huh? I've actually never thought of that. Maybe I was actually going for that subconsciously all along.
Who knows?
Because you were a basketball player. Wrong copy. Yeah. Anyways, what was I gonna do? I was gonna do something before I continued on because I've been on this like frame for quite a while now. Imagine if Tabby actually came on here and she's like, "What are you guys talking about?"
Craziness. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. All right, let's get general color.
Yeah, it is federal.
Okay.
I figured as much.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool, Aqua. It happens.
I mean, I'm fairly certain it was early 2000s, if not in the 1990s.
Yeah. Canada is the more liberal country, so we legalized it sooner.
Yeah.
I wonder how our conservatives compare to American conservatives.
We are way more liberal.
Oh, okay.
Let's be real. We have like a 70% socialist country where we have like a mainly socialized healthcare system.
That's true.
That even our conservatives support.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And apparently, then, like, England's conservatives are way more liberal than us. Apparently. Or are they about the same?
I don't know. It's a different world.
That's true.
It's an old world. We're in the new world.
A
whole new world.
A whole new. Oh, that was off. I was not
But
in
we're
tune
not going
there.
to continue with that because it's copyright.
Right.
And this is YouTube.
Ooh, bomb threats are not fun. Never had to deal with a bomb threat, thankfully.
No. Knock, knock. Open up the door. It's real. Pop, pop. That's a sound of stainless steel.
It's with screaming.
X gonna give it to you.
No! Don't do this to me.
Hey. They said, knock, knock. I responded with, open up the door. It's real. Pop, pop. That's a sound of stainless steel. Because X gonna give it to you.
Every time you have the ability to bring up X gonna give it to you, you do.
Think of a bird talking for me. That's fair.
And then there was a point where we had a friend named Jay.
Yep. Jay and Robin.
Jay and Robin.
Dang it.
You are the real OG.
Yeah.
Here you are listening to emo.
Me or DMX. Or emo music.
Yeah, or emo music in general.
All of the above.
I mean, Rob, if you want to go downstairs, we can, like, open up Discord and you can keep chatting.
You were going to do a door joke? That's okay, because you're adorable. Oh. Or should I say, adore a wolf?
Oh my word, that was terrible.
You know what else is terrible?
What?
Perforated pages.
Just stop. Stop. He's already dead.
Just want to think about it. Sorry you, sorry me, sorry every in between.
If you're a joke threat and then someone insults your character and you're like, yeah, agreed. That's because that character isn't Robin's, it's mine.
It's true.
So Robin doesn't care if, like, anyone says, like, your character is ugly. He's just like, that's more an insult towards me than him, so.
Yeah, I didn't make it.
Yeah. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that, Cheese Whiz. Yeah, I apologize. I am not responsible for his behavior. This is great. Yeah, you need to join these streams more often.
No, I'm good.
No, come on, Rob.
No.
It's already dead.
That's why they call it beating a dead horse.
Yeah? You better not be making another pun.
No. Like the
yeah, oh yeah, beating a dead horse.
The phrase is called beating a dead horse.
Of course, we're referencing The Simpsons.
What?
The stop, he's already dead.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what episode
Everyone
that's
sitting
from.
in this stream is like,
I'm in danger. Especially with the ban.
Yeah.
We're just gonna bring up all the Simpsons memes right now.
I don't know. Are we?
I don't know. Those are the only two Simpsons memes I know. Except for the Marge dance thing.
Yes, of course I have seen The Outsiders 1983.
I think I've seen it too.
Good old Derry.
And Pony Boy.
Message retracted. That's great. I didn't even do that. No, the glue only comes from horses' hooves.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the horse is useful for other things.
Oh my goodness. Bob Ross. Rob Boss.
Yes.
I like that.
Rob Boss.
Now you're like, you will address me as Rob Boss now? I don't know if this is the same shade as Tabby's brown. Let's see. I think it's different. Yes, it is different.
Did I ban cheese again? No.
No, you didn't. I don't think I'd trust that power if you were a god of a multiverse.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Welp.
It feels like I was a greaser back in the day.
If you were born in the 50s, you might have been. I don't know.
Who knows?
All we do know is that he's an emo kid.
I was a scene kid.
Sorry.
For the record.
I'm sorry. Oh, good times, hey? Yes?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, Robin's gonna go, guys.
Because I don't feel gross anymore.
Yay, he's gonna play games.
Probably.
Okay, bye. I'll boop him later. But if I boop him, he'll try to lick me. He always licks me when I try to boop him. The emo artist kit. Is this going to change everything? Yes, it did. Tolerance. Let's go down. That could be a really mean joke. Let's turn this tolerance down. Oh, still too high. There we go. Now let's turn the tolerance back up. The emo artist kid. You are free, Cheese Whiz. Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Okay, I'm glad at least I'm not the only one who would get licked. Alright, let's start with Michelle first. So let's get that in. I'm actually never... He can still ban. Oh, you guys. You guys crack me up. Well, don't tempt him. I have no idea if he's Michael Jackson because I know you always feel like he's watching you. Oh, Rob. Who said? Oh dear. Hey guys, if we were American, would you vote Robin as your next president? Oh my goodness, Rob. uh excuse me. There we go. My basking spot. Oh, that is a good answer, Wolf Ninja. Robin 2020. If only we were dual citizens, hey? I mean, my grandma's a dual citizen. Robin's talking to someone on Discord. Oh dear. Robin would be the new Bernie Sanders. You know, change the political party voting system in America. No more just two options. Get a third option. Get a fourth option, you know? They could be both right or both left. It doesn't matter. Nice. Vote for me for dad jokes. Oh my goodness. I don't know if that might not work for him. Good old fluffy hair, hey? How many political parties does Canada have? I think we have. Well, we had 6 this time, I think. Let's see. There was. Hold on, I gotta count how many. Wiggles shows every Friday. I would think he would grow out of the Wiggles by that time. Oh, that's not the one I want. There we go. I had clicked the right thing. Vote for Grandma. There we go. Oh yes. So yeah, did we ever explain to Cheese Whiz the shooting reference, by the way? Did Cheese Whiz get caught up on that? Band Lordy? I mean, I've heard of Lord, but I don't think I've heard of Lordy. I don't know. I don't know if Robin's ever heard of that. If he's able to answer, he will tell you. But he is also communicating with someone else at this time, so he might not be listening. Currently on Discord. There we go. Oh, yes. Oh, no. It's a coincidence, but you might also be pronouncing it wrong. I've always pronounced it as Ruble, while his is Rubble. I think he has 2 B's in his name. Yeah, Aqua got it there. Aqua, I did it again. Ruble is a currency, that's right. It's Russian currency. That's saying something charcoal when you're like, oh, the annoying kids. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, wait, what's rupees? Rupees are the one I think in India. I might be wrong there, but I think it's rupees. Oops. Nice. Toasty. That's a great rabbit name. I do not have rabbits. My axolotl, though, is just chilling out here. Well, he's chilling in his hide. This is the first time he's been in it because he got a tank upgrade, which, oh, guess what? Turns out my new axolotl, my new, quote, he's grown up now, but yeah. I think he did. I don't remember. It's been so long. Anthony's now in grade 3. Who does that make everyone feel old? Anthony's in grade 3. Okay, good. Uh, yeah. We weren't sure what Moe's was because he's so little that you can't really tell what their gender is. So, just found out a couple weeks ago that he is indeed a boy. We just called him a her just because we thought he would be joining our others who are females, but nope, he is a boy, so he cannot join them. Well, wouldn't join them. They unfortunately have passed away from a bacterial infection. And I'm so sad about that. It still makes me sad to this day. There were just some mistakes that I made in their husbandry. I am still working on aquatics when it comes to pets, and I just gotta learn from my mistakes, So Mose is the only one right now. But even if my other 2 were still alive, he wouldn't be living with them because I am not wanting to breed them. So he would have gotten his own tank anyways. Oh, yes, I drew him as a dog. You're right. Yeah, I just drew him as like how I would interpret him as a dog. You are correct. Now, how far do his... Oh, I didn't even draw his arms. I think they go... Yeah, I think they were like up to here or something. I actually like this shade of brown that Tabby used for Danny. I know, and it's crazy to think that my nephew's 14. He has a girlfriend now. Like, that's insane. He's gone through a lot too. What was it, 2 years ago now we found out he's diabetic? So, yeah, that was a game changer. And not gonna lie, I'm also glad we're not in the United States just for insulin alone. Like, this is so ridiculous that insulin is so expensive. Like, it should not. Insulin is saving lives. Like, it's terrible. Terrible how expensive insulin is in the United States. I mean, it's pretty expensive here. It's way more expensive in the States. Like, people aren't going into debt. Oh my goodness, something is happening. I think my thing had overstepped. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's crazy too. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, insulin won't make people go into debt here. Like, that's what I mean, like, it's a little expensive, but nothing like what I've heard in the States. And my nephew's dad lives in the States, so, and he would try to, like, talk him and my niece into living with him. So, I'm glad that they are still in Canada. Besides, I like my niece and nephew, so I don't know if I would like it if they were in the States. Like, they live in well, his dad lives in Arkansas, so that's a long ways over, and I'd only get to see them, for probably Christmas or something like that. And I mean, I want to see my nieces and nephews grow up, So I'm glad they're still in the country. Okay, Danny is almost done. Whew, yep. I think quarantine is driving all of us nuts. I mean, I technically don't have a job right now because of it. I'm just glad I'm still being paid until June. But I'm just going to say I'm going to be so happy when I can work again because being a stay-at-home mom is, it's hard. It's really hard. I'll go and say it. I enjoy going out to pick up kids from school because it gives me a break. It gets me out, and Rubel likes to ride in the bus, so he would, you know, he could take care of himself. He's at the age where he doesn't need a lot of, I guess, what's the word? External play to entertain himself. So it'd be nice that, in a way, I almost didn't have to think about him. Like, he was still there, and I would tend to him if he got upset or something like that, or if he was hungry. But at the same time, gotta love jobs who do that to people, hey? Yeah, so it was nice for that. And then also I feel guilty because, of course, because of this, Rubel's been watching a lot of TV. And it's been still, like, it's getting warmer now, and I can let him go outside once we cleared the branches from our yard. We did a bunch of, like, treescaping, whatever that's called. We did a lot of, like, tree maintenance. We had a crab apple that was overgrown, so we cut off a lot of branches. And they're still in our yard, but we have to get them out by May 1st because my townhouse groundskeeper is going to start working then, and I want to get those branches out for him. So, right? So yeah, it's Wiggles and Thomas. He is a Thomas and Friends kid too. No Paw Patrol though. Absolutely no interest in Paw Patrol. It's hilarious. Yeah, so it's been hard being inside, and sometimes, like, I mean, he's a toddler. He can get on my nerves, and so, so there's times like that where I get more upset or I snap at something that I shouldn't have, and of course, then I feel guilty, and then he's upset, and it's just like, ugh, why did I yell at him because of this, I think that's where the quarantine's driving me crazy, is that I just don't get that break, Like, Robin's working, and I'm glad he's working. Like, I'm very thankful for the positions we are in. And in a way, this isn't the worst thing, clearly. Like, there are lots of moms who wish they could spend more time with their kids. So I'm not complaining about, watching my kid. And I hope that doesn't come out as that way. I guess what I mean to say is I just don't get that break. And so when things build up, like if he's exceptionally cranky, it's a little easier to snap on something so minuscule. All right. Bye, Wolf Ninja. Yeah. Yeah. I totally get that there. No kidding. Well, and there's one thing that I hope people will not judge us about. Well, some people don't know this, so I'll do a short thingy here. But our province is beginning to start reopening because we have flattened the curve, and we're still going to take steps to make sure that we don't do a second wave. So on May 4th, we're going to start opening up, like, medical services again, and, like, you can go fishing, and as well as keeping, social distancing, like, still going, obviously. Like, this isn't well, we're safe now. It's like, no, we gotta figure out how to stimulate the economy, so, uh, sorry, I'm pausing because I'm lost myself. So, and obviously there are things that have to go on even during a quarantine. And one of those things is my uncle's ranch. He can't really, oh, thank you, Charcoal. He can't really. Hello. Oh, that's good to hear, Aqua. I'm so glad to hear that. So I don't know how knowledgeable you guys are when it comes to like farming procedures. Um, we have to do some branding with some of the calves that are on his farm. And yeah, I mean, some people don't like the word branding. It's just unfortunately a fact in life for us because people have been known to steal cattle and will remove the tags on the ears. So you kind of have to brand when there is a history of stealing cattle. And so he needs help with that. And so we will be going to help. But thankfully, like, obviously my family is helping them. They're going to have more of their extended family helping. But we are still going to be practicing social distancing as much as we can. So my dad bought a lot of, not a lot, I shouldn't say a lot, but he has those N95 masks, so we are going to be wearing them. Try to keep our distance. Obviously, if anyone in our family is sick, we will not be going. Yeah, so that is what is going to happen is we are going to go to my uncle's to help out with branding. And we will be doing our best to keep everything safe and within limits, of course. I mean, because my grandma's not going to help with branding, but she's going to be there, and I don't want her getting sick. So mainly it's to protect her. I don't want her to die from this. Let's just go with that. So, yeah. Yeah, anyway, so that's what's going on. And I'm glad that when states and provinces are, oh, hello, are, oh, yeah. Since some states and provinces are doing much better than others, during this time, they are able to reopen, but with like very heavy restrictions. That's okay, Shooting Star. The first stream was very glitchy because Robin and I were competing for bandwidth, so it's okay. Excuse me. Robin is in a very heavy discussion about something. I need to find out who he's talking to after. I think I know who it is. I'm just not going to say their name. Oh, speaking of which, so I'm still working on my school bus story time thing. However, there may be some interesting little thing happening within future. It'll be kind of like interview style again, like I did with my sister with her open heart surgery. We're doing pretty well, Shooting Star. Just tired. I didn't sleep well last night. Who remembers a little character who was responsible for basically one of my first viral videos? I'll give you the hint. She's ladylike. I'll see if you guys can figure it out. You newer guys probably won't know her because I haven't had her in a video for a long time. I mean, I have had her on a video, but she didn't obviously have a huge role in it. But I want to see if people will get who it is. Yeah, that's fair enough, Aqua. There we go. Oops. I am on the wrong layer. There we go. Sorry, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for responses. That's why I'm tired. Huh. Yeah. I think Shooting Star was about to go with it. Just Aqua said it first. But yes, Mento and I are going to be making a similar video. Like, she's going to actually use her real voice. You're going to get a voice reveal from the real Mento. We'll still keep her name that way. She doesn't want her actual name going out there or her actual, like, appearance. So we will be using her Mento character. Oh, thanks, Shooting Star. I'm glad you got it. Yes, that's a charcoal. You know it. That's Mento. Yeah, Mento and I are going to do kind of like a collaboration of some sort. Because she has something that's she doesn't have she doesn't have a processing disorder, but she has something kind of similar. But it's all in her vision. So we're going to be collabing. She's doing school right now, so we can't do it at the time. She's pregnant and she's and she is doing school. So she can't do it right now, which is obvious. She has to wait until she's done finals. And then when she's done, we'll be doing it. But that is the plan. I got that coffin song stuck in my head. And now this video is copyrighted. Oh, thank you. I actually really love that the teal worked pretty well with her design. Wait, I need to look at Declan again. Declan, I need to look at you. Okay. Declan. I'm just making up a song. It does seem like it does. He has a name that could be easily like. Oh, I need to look at something again. Come on, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Declan. I don't know. He's just got that name that's like. It could easily be not a video game, a TV show character. That's it. Oh my goodness. It's Fate. It's Fate Cheese Whiz. That's what that was. Oh yeah, definitely. I think at first I was actually intending for her to be either a chartreuse or a Russian blue. But I don't think she has, like, I try to base some of it off of a little bit of heritage, not all of it. And I don't think she has Russian in her. So I just decided, you know, she's just a blue cat. That's all. And in case no one knows, blue is another term for gray cat. So she's just gonna be a blue cat. And it suits her. That's just who she is. She's a blue cat with a teal collar. Uh-oh. Sorry to hear that, Shooting Star. Yeah. I have a recent change that I've done with the collars when characters are wearing collars is that now if they've had a secondary color, because I mean if you didn't know, when characters have collars it means they're married, and so a lot of people when they get married they usually have colors, right? It's usually one, or I shouldn't say usually, sometimes they have just one color. And sometimes they have two colors, and sometimes those two colors work really well together. So I decided the slight change I would do. Nice. I'm not actually sure. I don't know if I can give you advice. Funny enough, that's not. Haven't had good luck with stuff like that, which is funny because I do have like the cat's tail thing, but it was just one guy who helped out with that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe that means you're going to. Actually. uh, a lot of the times people choose their characters to wear collars just because it looks good. I just use it as symbolism. I tend to try to keep symbolism in my characters. Um, so I decided that if people had like especially secondary colors, that's gonna be like the little metal thing on the collars that would connect the tag. That would be their secondary color. So in Mento's case, I think I drew it in the Valentine's Day video. Mento and her husband, teal was their main color, but they had like a peachy orange as their secondary color because that was, I think she had that for her flowers and for, I don't want to say groomsmen wore it. I think the groomsmen wore mostly teal, I think. I only saw their wedding online because they were in the United States and I couldn't actually be there for the wedding, so they streamed it and I could watch it. It was a beautiful wedding. Yeah, so oh, I totally blanked again. Sorry. Again, I'm tired. So yeah, so that means there was a slight change with Licia and Lewis's collars. They now have a little bit of white on the little metal thing. And because, blue and white were our colors officially. Blue was, of course, more central than the white. The white was more just like an accent color. We were going with the winter theme. So blue was the primary color, with white being the secondary color. And there were like other ones, like our friends, Steve and Lola, who got married last year. They had cornflower blue and pastel yellow. So I was like, oh, I have to add those colors. So the main color was yellow, and the secondary color was blue. So I incorporate that into their collars, and it actually looks really good. I love the cornflower blue and the teal, not the teal, and the pastel yellow. So good. Oh, nice. Yeah, a lot of the colors have actually worked out for a lot of the characters who have ended up getting married. Like, who remembers Kira? Kira. I never knew how to pronounce her name. No, I changed her name to Kristen now. But she was known as Kira. She was originally a red and brown tabby, and then I realized that didn't work, and I was not happy with that anymore, so I turned her into a tortoiseshell. She had a purple theme, but with like a sunflower yellow secondary color. That worked super well with her design and her husband's design. Who else got married? Out of all the characters. Ooh, that is good. I like that aqua. Sorry, I just looked at the chat. Yeah, so I think that's where a lot of people can have fun. Like, I think that's why still a lot of people like want to get married for the sake of, planning a wedding and stuff like that. And I know that, I shouldn't say marriage is getting old-fashioned. It's just not as a priority as it used to be. Would I say that's correct for those who do not desire to get married? It's just not necessary? And I guess there's also the other thing of why go through so much if there's a slight chance it may not work? Is that another thing too? I mean, I'm definitely more traditional in that sense, and even though I'm not like, oh, people have to get married. Obviously, like there's a lot of people who don't need to get married and they don't want to get married, and that's totally fine. I like to know what other people think, though, because, I mean, there's my worldview, but I like to know what others' worldview is when it comes to topics like that. Because I do love marriages, and I love it when people get married, but I would like to hear why people would be against getting married themselves, stuff like that. Because, I understand, too, that, yeah, marriage is interesting. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And that's totally fine. I think also what's changed a lot, especially for women, definitely. Yeah, you've told me, Aqua. I think a big part of that is that women, especially, back in the day, they needed to get married because they didn't work. They needed a man to support them. And this is talking like in the early 1900s, of course. And then as more and more women, are working, now all of a sudden you don't need to get married because now you can actually support yourself. So if you don't want to get married, you don't have to. So there's also that. It's nice that you don't have to get married to live. I think it's a good way of putting it. You don't have to get married to live. Oh, I forgot the other thing I was looking for. Okay. And there's also people who want to get married for, selfish reasons. Charcoal, I can understand that. I know it's sad to think, but until we meet that someone who will, it's hard to believe it ourselves. So I totally understand what you mean. I mean, as a high schooler, I almost thought no one would love me, So I do understand. What? We gotta turn down the tolerance. Too much tolerance. So I do understand your thought process there. Dating's never your thing, and that's good. That is good that you understand that and know that about yourself. And yeah, if dating's not your thing, that is perfectly fine. You're in a time and place where you don't need to rely on. I mean, I say man because I'm assuming most all of you are women, and I'm saying man just because traditional marriage and stuff like that with how things have gone. That's why I'm only saying that. You're basically a married couple, Aqua. You basically are. I mean, if you were living together, you would be common law. It's super common law if you were living together. I think that's what we can be thankful for. We're not in that situation that unfortunately a lot of women in the world are in. They're basically being forced to marry for financial gain on their parents' behalf, as well as, to survive because women can't get jobs. And yeah, it's good that you know what you're comfortable with. And you're like, I never really had the desire to marry. That's fine. And that is perfect. And even if it was just like a low-key ceremony of just, we're going to be committed with each other. And that's it. That's totally fine too. It's not weird, feathered mask. I think what you feel is very normal. I think everyone at some point, at some length of time, feels that way. And it's hard to see it in the here and now. It's basically 9 years, hey? It's hard to see it in the here and now. We don't know what situation. Of course, I don't know your situation. And that, and that is one of the big contributing factors to that. But all of us, I think, have been in that one point or still in that point where we think no one could love us, whether we desire romantic relationships or not. I think we, like, you know, yeah. I think I think charcoal, as long as you're genuinely happy, I think that's all that matters, right? Like, you will still probably feel that sense of loneliness, and that's normal. And that's normal to feel lonely. But if you're comfortable being by yourself, as long as you do have your friends that you can lean on, you can trust, I think that's all that matters. Exactly. Exactly. Let's just all think about the people who have actually, like, say, let's go with just 100 years ago, because it's easier to imagine 100 years ago, when there probably were a lot of asexual people out there, but especially women. We'll go with women, because, a woman had to be married 100 years ago. But if there was an asexual woman, they were kind of forced to marry. And if their husband has like a typical sexual level, then you know that's unfortunate, because obviously then a woman wouldn't want that, but she's kind of forced into it. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but I think you understand that asexuals 100 years ago, if they were women, basically had no choice. And that's okay. You you guys are so young, and you guys got lots of time. Like, I think our biological clocks keep going until maybe our mid 40s. So really, you got lots of time. And that's if you're even desiring to have kids. That is, like, you know, even that. Oh wow, my voice is doing janky things. And that, I mean, I use that if you're desiring to have kids one day, like one day, far into the future. Um, but you got lots of time, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay, yeah, none of us wants to grow up. No one wants to grow up right now. Stay young while you can. Hey, we are finished. We have finished an update picture of Tabby's family. All together. I'll just start, I think I need to do a little, excuse me. That was uncalled for. I apologize. It basically assaulted your ears with my hiccups, and I am sorry. Please accept my forgiveness. No, not accept my forgiveness. Please forgive me. That's the word. Forgive me. Forgive me, for I have sinned. um, We will all rise together. Oh, I forgot Declan's inner ears. How could I forget his inner ears? And I think I forgot Sky's inner ears. Ah, we're not done. We're not done yet. Oops. A little bleed in there. I mean, there's no harm in getting an epidural. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Your body, your choice. If you do want to give birth, but you're terrified of the process, you go get that epidural. I did. I'm not ashamed. In fact, I'm so glad I had back labor. No sitting in this cushion. Thank you, Aqua. Whew, getting cold. Just gonna check. Oh, my thermostat here. Oh yes, that is pretty cold. Let's bump up the heat a little bit because we're still in that phase where we need some heat, but then it gets too hot. So then we need to cool it down, and then it gets too cold. We're just in that weird phase. Yeah, when you have an epidural, you hardly feel a thing. And I say hardly because some women have said that I've heard reports that even though epidural helps a lot, there are still parts of it they cannot help with. And when it gets to a certain point, you feel a little bit of it. It obviously not like it's more of a small burning sensation. But let me tell you, I did not feel a thing. That's what I can tell you. I did not feel anything. My epidural did its job, and it helped out a lot. I mean, I was convinced I was going to get a C-section just due to my mom's history with her being unable to give birth to kids naturally. So I was just like, I'm going to have a C-section. They're like, nope, there he is. He just came out. I'm like, oh, well then. I guess I did not inherit that part of my mother. Yeah. I just turned on the heater, so everything should be warming up pretty soon. I do love that. Like, Tabby's told me that Declan is a lot like Danny, and Sky actually looks a lot like her, which is why Sky has the general body type of her mom, but the tail of her dad, and vice versa with Declan. I mean, he's not as, yeah, his ears are a bit, folded over a bit. Oh boy. That's what I say too, Aqua. Oh boy. Oh, sorry. I have a camera in Rubel's bedroom right now, and I thought I saw his head lift up, but that was just my imagination. There we go. So, I lost my train of thought. I know it was about giving birth. I just don't remember what I was talking about. Actually, I think that's pretty cute. I may have made Anthony a little small and Declan a little big, but whatever. Whatever. We're just gonna ignore the sizes right now. It's kind of hard to figure that out in the first place, so we'll just leave it as it is. Yeah. Well, thank you, Feathered. I just like that we have more freedom with how we experience relationships. A lot of people may not agree with how we do how we experience our relationships, but you know what? That's okay. Oh, that's right. I mean, we all have different views of ourselves, right? I'm going to be away from the computer, but I'm going to be talking a little bit. I just have to do some maintenance with my axolotl tank here. I just noticed his water's getting a little too warm, and I don't have a fan for him yet, so I got to manually put in iced water bottles to keep his water cool. He's a cold water animal, and he prefers temperatures, and I use Fahrenheit just because it's a little easier in the case of tanks. It has to be between 60 to 65 degrees, and it's at 66. And 70 is the max, so that's why I try to make 65, my limit. So I'm just getting the iced water bottles out of the freezer. There we go. His water should be cooling down very soon. There we go. I love reptiles too. Oh, you're welcome, Aqua. Yeah, I like it. I love how people think so differently when it comes to character designs. And, and people have different views of how other people should look, or even just like based on personality, based on heritage, stuff like that. I love that. I love that so much. Yeah, definitely. I just love that it makes us all different, all of our thought processes. But yeah, that's about it, I guess. I should let Robin at least indulge in some video gaming so that I'm not stealing all the bandwidth because I'm streaming. I hope Tabby made it on for some of it. Again, she gets busy in the evening, so... Oh, I want a hognose too. You have no idea. We almost got one a couple years ago, and now I'm glad we didn't because our townhouse association is just like, no snakes. We hate snakes. So I can't even, I can't even get snake if I want to. But they're fine with geckos, but yeah. And I mean, my axolotl's basically a fish. I know he's not a fish, but he's basically a fish. He's cared for like a fish, therefore he is a fish. So yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'll give time for Robin to game before we have to go to bed. So I'll probably be getting off here, and because my thing is delayed when it comes to your chats, I'm just gonna say goodbye now. I'm gonna then just chat a little bit, because if I say goodbye and then shut off, I get cut off. So yeah, so good night everyone. I'll see you later. And I don't know when the next time I'll stream is. It's usually kind of random at this stage. And I was gonna do it earlier this afternoon, but because I didn't sleep well, I actually slept from like 10 till 1-ish. So So we just did it now, and we'll see what the next one will have in store. Oh, wait. I retract my statement of goodbye. I wanted to ask, who wants to be spoiled and see my next project? Again, I gotta wait until I get the responses, because delay and whatnot. I wish that wasn't a thing, but it is what it is. Yeah, and then if people want to see the spoilers, then I'll say goodbye. So, yeah. Okay. Okay, we got one. We got two. We got three. We got four. I say that is good to go. 4 out of 7. Done. Okay. 5 out of 7. We got the majority. Okay. I think the volume. Let me just check up something here. I just want to make sure everything is. I think it'll play fine. But yeah, we got a spoiler here, so let's do the spoiler thing. Here we go. I'll just monitor for just a moment here.
Number to base. Go ahead, made up bus number. Yeah, I'm gonna be calling an ambulance. I had a kid who tried to eat glass.
What the frick? That was a real sentence I overheard on my two-way radio, and I wish I was messing with you. The life of a school bus driver is one of early mornings into the freezing cold to make sure your bus starts, and dealing with terrible traffic that has no regard of the precious cargo that you carry, that have given you more close calls than you can count for, in slippery roads, blizzards, 90-kilometer winds. It has been one of the best jobs I've ever had. Who knew that trying to prioritize my relationships over my job would have been the best decision I ever made? Yeah, the whole reason I took up school bus driving in the first place was because I didn't want to work full time, but it was still necessary for me to work, and I didn't want a part-time job that would only do evenings and weekends because that felt pointless, and I wanted to spend time with my husband, who we were just newlyweds, and this was the best bet I had, guaranteed evenings and weekends off, unless you did charters, but I'm not about that life. Guaranteed holidays off and even a whole summer.
I'm just going to pause right here quickly just to let you know. There is a part that requires a lot of things from my program here, it kind of like slows down. So there'll be a bit of a jump and things will be delayed. But I'm just giving you a heads up. That won't happen when the actual video comes out, but I'm just giving you a heads up now.
Where you don't get paid and possibly not even get accepted by employment insurance. Honestly, I think the summers off is one of the best things for me because it rejuvenates my love for my job and it makes me look forward to working because I begin to feel drained near the end of the spring. And at the end of the semester and into the summer... Correction, what would have been the end of the semester and the beginning of the summer if it weren't for the virus. Because I've been technically out of a job since the middle of March. Back to the video. I will have been driving the school bus for 5 years, minus my maternity leave. So why not share some bus stories with you? I'm going to not mention the names of any of the schools, students, or companies I worked and currently worked with, just for safety reasons. Lots of times I would just hear stuff on the two-way radios that would either make me shake my head or fear for my life. Like that one kid eating glass. I don't blame the driver for not noticing it. Who knows if the kid had the glass hidden in their backpack or the driver just didn't see because they were probably in a big bus. But why would the kid try to eat glass? Perhaps the kid decided to bite it and the bus hit a bump, causing the glass to slice into the kid. Who knows? Another thing that I once heard was,
Made up bus number to base. Smoke is coming into the bus. I'm doing an evacuation.
And then his bus was on fire. Thankfully, he only had 4 kids left and they all got off safely. He was named Employee of the Year because of that. But let's not get into the scary stuff I've heard or experienced. Let's talk about my more weird experiences. I almost got my contact lens knocked out of my eye by a kid. Yeah. You see, my first school was a school that specialized in moderate to severe special needs. And this kid came from a group home. He was nonverbal, he was in a wheelchair, and he was unable to communicate. And for a period of time, he got violent, which I think may have been due to his teeth, but I'm not sure. I was trying to secure his wheelchair to the floor with these specialized locks, and as I was getting up from locking his chair, his mitted hand, because it was winter, swiped across my face, and my vision suddenly went blurry in one eye. It took about 20 seconds of furious blinking before my contact lens came back, but I was so scared he knocked it out because I would be considered legally blind if I didn't have my prescription lenses, and I wouldn't have been able to drive. So thankfully the group home, the school, and I teamed up, so therefore they would hold him down while I would unlock his wheelchair.
And that's about it. That's about as far as I got. So enjoy the spoiler. Now I'll say goodbye, and then I'll talk a little bit to make sure everyone else is able to say goodbye, and then I will go. So goodbye, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the spoilers. And yeah, we'll end it on that. Hope you guys do well. Yeah. The violent ones. Yep. No good old violent ones. Yeah. I hope you guys do much better, and we'll get through this, guys. I know we'll get through this. It's tough. The unknown is scary, but we will get through this. I know we will. Alright. We can do it. We can do it. Yeah, that's true. Bye, guys.